Tonight I'm going to be showing you guys my horse's nighttime routine. So Delilah, June, they both get blankets. My other one, Joe, she sadly does not have a blanket yet, so I'll have to get one. But June's wearing a blanket for now until she gets closer to having her baby. But for right now, it's just June and Delilah that wear a blanket, and then later it'll be Joe once she gets hers. So these are just the rain sheets. They're real thin. I have thicker ones for when it gets colder, but for now they'll just use these because they do have coats. But I put blankets on them at nighttime since they don't have the sun to warm them up. But they're all the way over there, so they're gonna hopefully come over here so it's a little bit easier. So they're distracted with hay while I put them on. But Delilah is coming up here first, and that's good because her blanket is on top. They both have pink. If you can't tell, I like pink. They both have blankets that are size 78, but June could probably use a smaller one, but I thought she was going to get a little bit bigger when I got hers, but she didn't really end up getting that much bigger. This is why they should be eating when I'm doing this. They get distracted. For her belly straps and attach it to the back. That way it is a little bit anchored down better. These blankets are really hard to get in here, but I've seen other ones like my sister's that are a lot easier to attach. And then this back strap goes to the front. And then I also cross her leg straps back here. Alright, so that is Delilah's. June always gets a super fuzzy coat. Delilah never gets as big of a coat as her. But this year June's coat is staying a little bit thinner, so that's good. Since I do have blankets, we can help her since her coat isn't so big. I know the difference in their blankets because June tore hers up. She's not a big fan of blankets. Delilah is very happy to be treated like a spoiled princess. June, not so much. Joe. Joe wanted to try the blanket since she doesn't have one. If you're wondering who keeps shaking the camera, it's this guy. He thinks it's a treat. My geldings are like big puppy dogs. And so are Peyton's mares. Yeah. Especially this one. Cruiser, she doesn't really need your assistance. June still has long enough till she has her baby that it's okay and safe for her to wear a blanket. But once it gets to that danger zone, we definitely don't want her to be wearing a blanket. Especially the back straps can be dangerous if she does have her baby. Alright, that back one was a bit of a struggle. Joe thought she was very helpful, but she wasn't. Now for this front one. And then I gotta get by Miss Joe. The back. The danger zone. future we'll add Joe, since she seems to want one really bad. But her hair's thick enough right now. She's okay to wait until she gets hers. But June is my only girl that gets green, and she already got that. So now they're all set for tonight, and I'll take their blankets off in the morning. My sister's geldings, they don't get blankets because their hair is really thick and they just don't need it right now. But when it gets colder, they'll definitely get their blankets on. But mine just have them on because I like to do that. And Delilah's hair is always super thin, so I want to make sure she's warm and toasty at nighttime. But they do get them off so they can breathe in the daytime with the sun, and they're always super warm. So how you blanket your horse really depends on the kind of coat they grow. So he grows a really thick one, and so does Cruiser. But then if we look at Delilah over here, you can tell her coat is just not very thick, and this is the hairiest she gets, even though it's
her
only
neck
November.
is really the hairy part.
Yeah, that's the hairiest she gets. And then June, she'll be okay without a blanket when she has her baby because she's always super thick. This year, I'm crossing my fingers that she won't have as thick of a coat because it gets pretty